All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this before I go to the gym. This is one of the best things that this came out December 10th. Governor Ron DeSantis. This is from his office. Ron DeSantis announced his proposal to stop flow of illegal aliens and protect Floridians from the ongoing Biden border crisis. Now, right off the bat, I already knew I was going to like this because he used the word illegal aliens, or the words illegal aliens, the term, and because that is what they are. All this undocumented migrants and all this other crap. No, Jacksonville, Florida. Let me go ahead and start reading this before I do. Comment, like, share, subscribe, and all that. So today, Governor Ron DeSantis was joined by Congressman John Rutherford, Jacksonville Mayor Lenny Curry, Jacksonville Sheriff Mike Williams, and Public Safety Czar Larry Keefe to announce his proposals to fight illegal immigration and protect Floridians from the Biden border crisis. Governor DeSantis announced proposals for the upcoming legislative session to hold accountable private entities that knowingly or recklessly assist the Biden administration in resettling illegal immigrants into Florida. The legislation would also strengthen e-verify enforcement and codify and build upon the steps he has taken to protect the state of Florida through Executive Order 21223. You can, I'll put a link to this in the description. You can go in there and read that. I just knocked my glasses off. Additionally, Governor DeSantis announced that the Department of Children and Family (DCF) published an emergency rule to prohibit the issuance of renewal of any license to house unaccompanied alien minors who seek to be resettled in Florida, unless there's a cooperative agreement between the state and the federal government. A one pager on a proposal in the DCF rule can be found here. We have the responsibility to stand up for the rule of law, and we have responsibility to the Constitution, and we have a responsibility to stand up against the administration that has decided they do not want to have a secure border, said Governor Ron DeSantis. These are a robust series of proposals. I believe we are going to get a lot of support from the legislature. The law of our country requires us to enforce the law, and that is what needs to be done. If I didn't know that, wasn't sure that maybe Florida would be in the right hands after he leaves, I would love for him to run. He's got to run for president. At least after I know he's gonna go and he's re-upping in to be the governor of Florida, but maybe, just maybe, after he does the 4 years again there, that he'll go ahead and just slide off into this presidency. Uh, yeah, because this is what needs to be done. You have to hold these companies accountable. Now, the one thing that I didn't see, maybe it is in there, I've said this before, all this talk and it's usually from the right, they only talk about deporting illegals, which I'm for, and all these other things, but they never talk about finding businesses that are hiring these people. I would say also finding people that are hiring these people. You know, the people that are doing that are hiring painters for their house, or their yard people and all this other stuff. Hey, look, these people need to be United States citizens. So this crisis at the southern border is not the result of it's not the result of a failed policy from the Biden administration. It is their policy. Congressman John Rutherford. The decision to move illegal aliens into Jacksonville threatens the lives of folks here in Northeast Florida. Enough is enough. I'm thankful that Governor DeSantis is putting the safety of Floridians first and is fighting back against the Biden administration open agenda policy. I'd like to thank Governor DeSantis for continuing to advocate for a safer and more secure Florida. I also stand with him and support the legislation, says Mayor Lenny Curry. Like the governor, I want more information about who is on these flights and how the individuals are being vetted and screened. This is not about vilification; it's about verification. I am grateful that the governor has not wavered in his efforts to keep Florida safe, and in his support for the men and women on the front lines working hard at it every day, said Jacksonville Sheriff Mike Williams. I think it is important that the people in Jacksonville and all across the state understand the concerns we are all facing and how it should matter to everyone. It is our job in law enforcement to keep our communities safe, and that job is challenged when we have work with nothing more than the unknown. The Biden administration has continued to ignore the sworn duty to protect the border, to enforce immigration laws, and to protect Florida from illegal immigration, said the public safety czar Larry Keefe. Governor DeSantis' proposals announced today will help us shut down the human smuggling pipeline to Florida and deter criminals from being from who put unaccompanied children in harm's way for their own gain. Thank you, Governor DeSantis, for leading this fight. The legislation proposed today will make clear that the state of Florida will not provide any discretionary benefits to illegal aliens, and will prohibit state and local agencies from doing business with any private entities that facilitate the resettlement of illegal aliens in the state of Florida from the southern border. Man, god dang, man. If we had this in Texas, Greg Abbott is sitting back. Greg Abbott is sitting back complaining about Joe Biden. That's what he does. And it's crazy because you have Republicans sitting back actually going to bat for Greg Abbott and say, well, Biden is the border, has to do with the border, so we can't. Look, this is what you do. I've said this before. Make them defend their own ideas. Do something like this, what Governor DeSantis is doing in Florida. He can do. I've said this before also. Abbott, you got a freaking, you have a template right now on what to do. And all you would have to do is enact something like this and dare the federal government to come in and try to argue against or to argue for illegal immigration. It is such a losing issue that you make them go out there in front of the public and say, this is why we need a flow of illegal immigrants into the country. Make them go out there and say it. But Greg Abbott's not going to do anything. He's just going to sit there chilling. Governor DeSantis also announced that the DCF published an emergency rule today that prohibits the issuance of renewal of any license to provide services to unaccompanied alien children, or UAC, who seek to be resettled in Florida unless resettlement is governed by the cooperative agreement between the state of Florida and the U.S. government. For UAC, already present in the state, the emergency rule requires licenses to conduct regular welfare checks. The ZCF emergency rule can be found here. Today's announcement builds upon the actions Governor DeSantis has previously taken to protect Floridians from the dangerous impacts of the lack of illegal immigration enforcement by the Biden administration. On September 28th, Governor DeSantis announced actions to address the Biden border crisis, including Executive Order 21-223 and the appointment of Larry Keefe as Florida's public safety czar. Details in this announcement can be found here. Absolutely amazing. Can you imagine if all Republicans, in Virginia, the Youngkin, he's not going to do anything like this. And I also saw something on Twitter where people were saying, it's being said that there's going to be $8 million provided in the budget of Florida this coming session, or I guess their budget coming up, that they're going to have $8 million that's going to be allocated to shipping illegal aliens to Delaware and a lot of the places in the Northeast. That's absolutely amazing. And I would ship them there and just drop them off in there and say, hey, y'all go ahead and handle that. Handle that. These are the policies that you want. So you obviously want these people here. So we're just going to go ahead and let them go ahead and hang out where you are. Anyway, comment, like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. All right.